Hello students, today I am going to explain about the rights of unpaid seller from second unit month. This is important question and let's go to the topic rights of unpaid seller. Now here, who are called unpaid seller means the seller who did not receive payment from the buyer for his transaction. In sale of transaction, our general principle is it is the seller responsible to transfer the goods to the buyer and in return it is the buyer responsible to pay the price for the good to the seller. But in this case, the seller has completed his responsibility but the buyer hasn't completed his responsibility. So now the seller who did not receive payment from the buyer is called an unpaid seller. Definitely, if he is called as an unpaid seller, definitely he is going to face the losses, face the risk and fall into the damages. Everything is going to happen for him. So to stand support to him, the law has given certain rights to him in order to recover those losses, those damages and risk. So the law has stood like this by giving us certain rights. Now have a look. What are the rights does the unpaid seller is having? The unpaid seller is having a rights on two. What are those two elements, against the goods or against the buyer? Why? Because the whole transaction runs around three elements: seller, buyer and goods. Now, as the seller, as called as unpaid seller, is getting a loss by the buyer. The other two remaining elements, what are goods and the buyer? Goods and the buyer. So now, let's see in detail. On good, what are the elements does the unpaid seller is having a right? On goods, he is having two types of rights in two situations. What are those situations means, on goods, when the property or goods have been passed. The second situation, when the goods hasn't passed. ఒక సిచ్యువేషన్ వచ్చేసి ఏంటంటే గూడ్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అయినప్పుడు ఏం రైట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సెకండ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ వచ్చేసి గూడ్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవ్వకపోతే ఏ రైట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో హియర్ when goods have been transferred, the unpaid seller is having three types of rights. What are those rights means? The first one is lay, second one is stoppage in transit, and third one is resale. This is regarding when goods have been passed. Now let's see, when goods have not passed, what are the rights? The first one is withholding the delivery and the next one is stoppage in transit. Let's have a look in detail. What do you mean by lay? See, when goods has passed, according to the section 46(1), under this we have three rights. That is, first right is called a lay. Lay means not allowing any buyer to use their property or good freely. He is withholding his property. He is withholding his good here. Why? Because every seller intention is to transfer the good for money's sake, for profit. No business has been run without profit, without having any intention of creating a profit. Every business wants a profit. Every transaction need payment in return. So that's why the intention is not to use their property freely, not to lose their good or property in other hand freely. So with this intention, what will happen? This unpaid seller will not allow any other buyer to use their property by giving a case on them, by giving a complaint on them. So in this procedure, the unpaid seller may get amount from the buyer and he will be called as a paid seller. So with this, what happened now? With this right, he has been benefited and he has changed the name from unpaid seller to paid seller. So this is the one of the benefit, and this is the one of the right where the law has given to unpaid seller. And next, if we observe stoppage in transit, you can ask me one question. Already they have been passed the goods, and how can we stop in transit? Suppose now, if I give an example, I am a seller of raw material of wood. I am a seller of raw material. I have transferred, I have given raw material of wood to the buyer. And after receiving the raw material, he did not pay me the amount and I remained as an unpaid seller. So, with the right of stoppage in transit, what I can do means I can stop the buyer stop the usage of my property. I can stop the usage of my raw material. సో నా వుడ్ తీసుకొని ఆయన ఏం చేస్తాడమ్మా, నా రా మెటీరియల్ వుడ్ తీసుకొని ఏం చేస్తాడు, ఆయన చైర్స్ టేబుల్ వేసేస్తాడు, ఏదో చేసుకుంటాడు. ఆయన మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చర్ చేసే టైంలో నేను అనేసి నేను నీకు రా మెటీరియల్ ఇచ్చాను కానీ రిటర్న్ నువ్వు నాకు పేమెంట్ ఇవ్వలేదు. సో గివ్ బ్యాక్ మై గుడ్, గివ్ బ్యాక్ మై ప్రాపర్టీ. I can stoppage in transit. I can stop there itself only. So with that right also, I will be called as a paid seller and I will be benefited. వాడు మనీ ఇవ్వకపోయినా నాకు అక్కడ ఏమైందమ్మా, నా ప్రాపర్టీ అనేది నాకు వచ్చేసింది. సో ఐఎమ్ హియర్ రికవరింగ్ మై లాసెస్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అలౌవింగ్ ఎనీ లాసెస్ టు హ్యాపెన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద సెకండ్ రైట్, స్టాపేజ్ ఇన్ ట్రాన్సిట్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ is my third one is resale. What do you mean by resale? Means according to the section 54, in this resale, in perishable goods, if the buyer did not pay the amount means the seller will be giving an option. If you are not going to pay the amount with this reasonable time, I am going to take my good. I am going to take my good and sell back to other buyer who I have the faith on him. So ఏమైందమ్మా, ఈ రీసేల్ దాంట్లో పెరిషబుల్ గూడ్స్లో లైక్ ఫ్రూట్స్, వెజిటేబుల్స్, ఫ్లవర్స్, మిల్క్, those are perishable goods. Those will get damaged soon. So in that cases, if the seller has been remained as an unpaid seller, what he'll do is he'll give a time for the buyer within a reasonable time. If you're not going to pay amount to me with this reasonable time, I am going to take back my property, I am going to take back my goods and resell to another person where I have trust on that person. So in this case also, the unpaid seller will be benefited. With this right also, he will be getting support to recover his losses. This is 3 rights where the goods have been passed. Now let's see where the goods have not passed. Goods అనేవి పాస్ అవ్వకపోతే ఏ రైట్స్ అనేది ఇప్పుడు చూద్దామా. First one is withholding the delivery. He won't deliver the goods if he has given a intimation that the buyer is not going to pay the amount to him, is not going to deliver the goods. Suppose ఇప్పుడు మనం నేను సెల్లర్ ఉన్నారు, బయర్ ఉన్నారు. సో మాకు కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఉంటే నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసేస్తానని చెప్పేస్తాను, 3 daysలో ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసేస్తాను చెప్పేసరికి నాకు ఏమనిపించిందంటే, నాకు ఏమి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వచ్చిందంటే, the person for whom I am going to transfer the good is going to cheat me. He has lots of debts. He is having lots of debts. He is not able to pay back my amount. So in that cases, what I do, I will stop my goods there itself only. సో అప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తానమ్మా, అవతల పర్సన్కి అప్పులు ఉన్నాయి, కట్టుకోలేని స్థితిలో ఉన్నాడు, నన్ను చీట్ చేయాలని చూస్తున్నాడు, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నాకు వచ్చిందనుకో, నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, నేను లాస్ట్లో పడిపోకముందే నాకు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వల్ల నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, నేను నా బుక్స్ని ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయకుండా, డెలివరీ చేయకుండా నా బుక్స్ నేను నా దగ్గర పెట్టుకుంటాను. రేపు వచ్చి నన్ను అడిగినా కూడా ఐ సే దట్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అష్యూర్డ్ దట్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు పే ద అమౌంట్ టు మీ, దట్స్ వై ఐ విల్ నాట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ద అమౌంట్ టు యూ. ఇఫ్ యూ గివ్ మీ అష్యూరెన్స్, డెఫినెట్లీ ఐ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్. So there is no assurance that you are not going to pay the amount. That's why I have not delivered the goods to you. I am going to say the statement. So next is the right one, holding the delivery. And next thing is stoppage in transfer. Transport అయ్యే టైంలోనే స్టాప్ చేయడం. ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ అయ్యే టైంలోనే సో ఇట్స్ అ పర్సన్ he is not able to give the amount to me. So I will be remain as an unpaid seller. So why do why I should fall in loss, why I should face the risk. So in that cases, what I do, what right I'll have is I'll stop the transporting of goods there itself. I'll call my driver and I'll ask him to come back, take the property, take the goods and come back. The person is not going to pay the amount to us. So don't transfer the goods to him, come back. So in middle there itself, I'll stop it in transport and I'll ask the driver to come. So in these cases also, the unpaid seller will be in the safe hands but not falling into the losses. So this is the case of against the good mark. When goods have been passed, when goods have not been passed, pass and up to lane, stoppage in transit, resale. According to the section 47 to 49, 50 to 52, 54. This is when goods have been passed. When goods have not been passed, what are rights we have? Withholding the delivery and stoppage in transit. This is regarding the good. Now let's see what is the right. What right does the unpaid seller is having against the buyer? Means first one is suit for the price. Yes, definitely a seller is going to pay or seller is going to transfer the good in order to get that price amount. So definitely if he is not going to give that price amount, he is losing his price amount. The seller is losing the price amount. So he is getting a loss in the name of price. So what he will do is he will keep complaint on suit on price and get back that amount. With this right, he can take that price amount from the buyer. According to the section 55, he can claim on the price and take back the price amount from the buyer and be benefited. This is the first benefit, first right. And next one is suit for damage for non-acceptance according to the section 56. For non-acceptance, how can we'll have a right means suppose I'm a seller, some other person is buyer and we have a contract. He asked me to manufacture of chalk pieces and I'm going to take hills there. So I'll start manufacturing of 100 boxes. After manufacturing, what will happen? He says that I don't want your contract, I don't want your product. I'm not satisfied. So what should I do with this 100 boxes? He ordered me. That's the reason I have manufactured. Definitely I will be getting the loss here for his non-acceptance. So in this case also, as I am an unpaid seller, as I am getting a loss, I can claim on him and return back my amount. So this is the second way. Third one is repudiation of contract according to the section 16. Repudiation means cancellation of a contract. కాంట్రాక్ట్ పెట్టుకున్న తర్వాత దాని ప్రొసీజర్ రన్ అయిన తర్వాత మధ్యలోకి వచ్చిన తర్వాత క్యాన్సిల్ చేసినట్లయితే అవతల పర్సన్ ఖచ్చితంగా లాస్ అవుతారు. ఆ సెల్లర్ విల్ బికమ్ అన్పేడ్. వై? బికాస్ హీ విల్ బీ క్యాన్సిలింగ్ మెనీ అదర్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఫర్ దిస్ కాంట్రాక్ట్. సో ఈయన ఏం చేస్తాడనమాట, ఈ కాంట్రాక్ట్ కోసం మిగతా కాంట్రాక్ట్స్ క్యాన్సిల్ చేసుకోగలరు అవ్వచ్చేమో. సో ఈ కాంట్రాక్ట్ పోయి మిగతా కాంట్రాక్ట్స్ పోతే ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతారు, సెల్లర్ డెఫినెట్గా అన్పేడ్ సెల్లర్ అయిపోతారు. సో వాట్ విల్ డూ on cancellation of the contract also, he can claim the amount according to the law. That is the third right against the buyer. And last one is suit for the interest. Suit for the interest before starting the contract or after starting contract only, both the person will have a conversation that if you are not going to pay the amount within a time, I will be adding the interest amount also. ఎవ్రీ డే ఒకవేళ కనుక టైంకి మీరు అమౌంట్ నాకు ఇవ్వకపోయినట్లయితే రోజుకి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పెరిగిపోతుంది అని ఒక ముందే కాన్వర్సేషన్ జరుగుతుందమ్మా. డెఫినెట్గా ఇక్కడ అన్పేడ్ సెల్లర్ అంటే ఏంటిది, బయ్యర్ అమౌంట్ ఇస్తలేడని చెప్పే ఇక్కడ అన్పేడ్ సెల్లర్గా మనం అనుకుంటున్నాం. డెఫినెట్లీ ద పర్సన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ ద మనీ అండ్ హియర్ ద ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆల్సో ఈజ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ ద మనీ అండ్ వాళ్ళ కండిషన్ ఏం పెట్టుకున్నారమ్మా, వెళ్ళిపోకపోతే రోజుకి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పెరిగిపోతుంది. So here the unpaid seller can claim on interest also. where they have kept an agreement that if you are not going to pay back an amount within a reasonable time, I am going to add interest for every day. So here the buyer is also responsible to pay the interest amount for the delayed payment. So in this case also, the seller is having right to claim his losses according to the section 61. So this is the complete chart of rights of unpaid seller against the goods, against the buyer. If you come to against the good means when goods have been passed, when goods haven't passed. When goods have been passed, what are the rights we have? Lane, stoppage in transit, resale. When goods have been not passed, withholding the delivery and stoppage in transit. And coming back to here, against the buyer we have for suit for price and suit for damages for non-acceptance and repudiation of a contract, and last one is one suit for interest. This is complete chart of rights of unpaid seller. Thank you, ma'am.